Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kayla Cosmos. I am a foreigner living here in Taiwan. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you why I believe Taiwan is one of the best destinations for first-time solo travelers, and especially for first-time solo female travelers. I, for one, love to travel. I've traveled to about 13 countries, including the Philippines, Japan, Mexico, the UK, France. I have backpacked across Panama, Costa Rica, and when I was 20 years old, I drove myself all around the United States in my Ford Explorer and somehow did not get kidnapped. I don't know. Never mind. Let's continue onwards. Solo travel in general can be kind of difficult. Especially women, were told like all of these things, these terrible things that could happen to us when we travel. But regardless of that, that shouldn't stop us from traveling. Now, before I get into all of my reasons, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more about my life in Taiwan. And if you have been enjoying my content, you can check out the Buy Me a Coffee link where you can buy me a bubble tea and donate to the channel to share your support. I mean, liking and subscribing and commenting are also very supportive as well. So thank you so much for watching the video. And let's get started into the reasons why I believe Taiwan is the perfect country for first-time solo travelers. The first reason is safety. In 2020, according to the Numbeo ranking, Taiwan was number 2 of the safest countries in the entire world, coming right behind Qatar. So I did check some other sources that have like safety rankings, but they didn't include Taiwan. Tisk. Disappointed. But thank you to Numbeo for having that ranking. Taiwan is one of the safest countries in the world. And living here and coming from the experience that I've had in my life, it's almost stupid how safe it is. Like it's weird how safe it is. For a lot of first-time travelers, I think, getting robbed or being followed is a safety concern, especially when you maybe are sticking out like a sore thumb in a foreign nation. Not to say that I've been robbed in other countries, but I definitely had to watch my back a lot more. There's a reason that people have like those belts for their money to put underneath their clothing. But let me tell you, here in Taiwan, you do not need a money belt because nobody's gonna be trying to pickpocket you. And if somebody in Taiwan tried to pickpocket, I would be impressed. I would thoroughly be impressed. I'm sure it happens, but like, it's not a common concern here. In fact, if you lose your wallet, you're probably gonna get it back. I've had many friends that have lost their wallets and they've all gotten them back. I lost my wallet one day and I didn't even panic because I knew I was gonna get it back, and then within an hour, I had it. So when it comes to being a first-time solo traveler, safety is definitely a concern because you want to enjoy the sights and do all of the things, but at the same time, we often do have to worry about safety. So in general, you're not going to have to worry about your safety so much in Taiwan, but do be aware that if it is raining, the tiles on these sidewalks are going to be slippery. Okay, that's like the most dangerous thing you're gonna have to worry about if you're traveling in Taiwan. Moving on to number 2, we're gonna talk about transportation. Transportation around Taiwan is insanely convenient, and you can travel almost the entire country by train. They have different trains as well, including like the high-speed rail, which is more expensive, but very fast. And then of course the regular train rail, which is quite cheap. And if you really enjoy traveling by trains, then check it out. Even if a location may seem like kind of difficult to get to and off of the beaten path, you can typically do a quick Google search on that destination and you'll find that there has been a blog written about it, so that will help you navigate to get there. In addition, Uber is also very common here and taxis are everywhere. I would also say that the schedules when it comes to the bus and train are very organized. So if I ever need to catch a bus somewhere, even if I'm in like almost the middle of nowhere, there's still going to be a schedule that I can find on my phone, and maybe even in Google. If you type in that destination, that its schedule is going to be in Google, and you'll be able to figure out when the train or whenever the bus is coming. So convenient to travel around Taiwan. Number 3, Taiwan is super modern. Of course, you can still find very old villages and homes around cities and in the countryside, but in general, it's extremely modern here. Like even more modern than the United States, I would say. It's very easy to use ATMs. It's very easy to get a cell phone plan for even like a week 2 weeks with unlimited data, and it's so cheap. Now moving on to number 4. Taiwan is really safe, especially for female travelers. I say this because I have been harassed so many times in my life. I've had so many experiences that literally made me fucking hate men so much. Okay, not the guys that I'm chill with, but like I literally used to be so wary of men in the street, like looking at me or anything. Like I used to get so infuriated. But my point is that if you are a solo female traveler, sometimes we have to worry about what we wear when we go places. We have to be concerned with how that culture treats women. And I'm not saying that women, you should avoid traveling certain places. Girl, I'm gonna travel wherever the fuck I want to travel, right? Of course, I still have to consider that in some places women are treated differently, which means that I'm also going to be treated differently. Regardless of the fact that I am white and a foreigner, I'm still a female, right? But in Taiwan, for literally like a year and a half that I've lived here, I have never been catcalled. I've never been followed. In general, I've just never had to be ready to like defend myself. I'm not gonna say that it's perfect. I think especially if you like go out somewhere and maybe you're drinking and you're at a club, like I have definitely had some like interactions with men in clubs, like ugh. But overall, if you're just like simply walking through the street, going about your day, doing stuff, you don't have to worry about guys being like fucking disgusting. I don't know, ladies, if you know what that's like, then you know what that's like, and I really welcome you to come here and like take a break from that shit because it's really fucking overwhelming and tiring. Moving onward to number 5, the people in Taiwan are generally really friendly and really helpful. Like, even if you don't know Chinese, you can approach somebody. Sometimes they will just be like, I don't know what you're doing, and then they run away, which is fine. I've had that happen. But in general, I've had a lot of times where somebody has been helping me, and even if we're primarily communicating through gestures, they still try so hard, and that is something that cannot be discounted here. Because in some countries when you're traveling, maybe people won't be helpful. Like they'll just be like, you're on your own. So in general, the fact that people in Taiwan are usually more friendly and more helpful is really kind of comforting for first-time solo travelers because it's just not as nerve-wracking. Of course, there is still probably going to be a language barrier, but trust me, if you need help, you're probably going to be able to get it. 9 out of 10 times, and I've asked somebody for help, they've been like, I got you. What do you need? Even if they don't speak English, maybe they'll be like, 你要什么? 我可以帮你吗? And maybe I don't even understand, but like, you're gonna learn to speak with gestures, and that is totally fine. And number 6, last but not least, you're really gonna push yourself when it comes to the cultural differences here, yet you're still gonna enjoy a lot of luxuries such as easy transportation, like, you know, modern, what is the word that I'm trying to come up with? Modern functions, I guess you can say, kind people, safety, and then you can really focus in on the cultural differences that are really gonna push you in traveling through Taiwan. That's all I have for everybody. So please leave a comment below and tell me what surprised you and what other countries do you think are also just as safe as Taiwan for first-time solo travelers. Please subscribe if you haven't yet and give the video a big thumbs up. I will see you all next time. Peace.